Hey guys, it's Jessica Hayes. So a few weeks ago I filmed a lip swatch video wearing this look on my face and I had quite a few requests for a tutorial for this. It's a super easy look that I've been using kind of as my go-to for everything lately. It literally looks great with every single lip color. So I'm going to be demonstrating this look and then add a few different lip options at the end so you can see that it really goes with everything. So keep watching if you would like to learn this look. So I'm going to be running through my whole kind of routine for this. It's been a while since I've done all of my foundation and stuff on my YouTube channel, and it's because I've been in the middle of transitioning foundations and skincare right now, and I am so happy with what I'm using now, so I'm going to share it with you guys. I've been using this for quite a while now. This is the Supergoop City Serum SPF 30. Even though it's winter here, it's so important to be wearing SPF on your face. I've already got some sunspots, so I'm just really being careful to not do any more damage to my skin. So I just apply that. I find that if I use anything else too moisturizing, then my foundation just kind of tends to slip off. So that's all I use. It's not greasy and it acts as a moisturizer as well. So I have absolutely been loving this new product from Urban Decay. This is the Optical Illusion Pore Perfector, and I've just been using just a little pea size just on the center of the face right here. You can see it totally gets rid of those pores. What I always do when I try this kind of stuff is I will test run it on half of my face for a few days to see if it actually works, and this stuff didn't make my foundation break apart. It just makes your skin look super smooth underneath your foundation. Hopefully you guys can see the difference between that side and that side with the Optical Illusion Primer. It is quite thick and I just kind of smooth it on. Don't play with it too much because you don't want it to start breaking away. Next, I am going to take my most favorite foundation. This is the Illamasqua Skin Base. I waited so long to try this because I never really heard a lot of mixed reviews about this. So either it's going to work for your skin type or it's not going to work for your skin type. I've got a pretty normal skin. It doesn't get too dry, nor does it get too oily. If I do tend to use it when it's hotter or my skin is a little more oily, then I just put something underneath that's going to kind of counteract that and then pop a little bit of powder on. But for right now, I've just been using it as is without powder, and it's been beautiful for winter. So this is the shade 4.5, and I'm just gonna use this e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush to apply it. Next, I'm going to use a little bit of this Amazing Cosmetics Line Smoother. I just put a real little bit just back and forth underneath the eyes. If you do put too much, it will make your concealer ball up. For under the eyes, I'm going to use this LS Fast Concealer. This is the lighter shade. For the top of the eyes, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in L3. The reason why I'm using a different concealer top and bottom is because I'm going to be putting shadow on top of the eyes, and I still want to conceal the top of my lid because of the discoloration that it has. This concealer actually sets, so I find that it doesn't crease as much with shadows over the top of it. Whereas the one that I used underneath, it is more of a creamy consistency, which looks better on the fine lines underneath the eyes. So for the tops of the eyes, I'm going to be using this cream color from Nabla. This is Morning Glory. And that's also another reason why I did the concealer on top of the eye. Some people will go ahead and use a cream color all over, but because this has a bit of a pinkish hue, it gives like that pinkish hue right up to the brow bone. So that's why I did the concealer first, and then I'll pop this over the top. So I've just been using my finger to apply this product. And I'm just gonna pat it onto the lid first. Wherever you put it first, the most product will end up, and then you'll just kind of tap it up and over the crease of the eye. Always with these cream products, make sure you close them up tightly because they will dry out if you leave them open. Next, I'm going to grab this little Cosette brush. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite new brushes. It's great for underneath the eye. This is the S185. I'm just going to get a mixture of these two colors from my Sourcebox Etude palette. This is Cream Dream and Caramel. Tap that brush off a little bit, and I'm going to run that underneath the lash line. I'm just gonna take this Cosette 220 brush with nothing on it, just so that lower lash line's nice and diffused. Next, I'm going to take the Urban Decay Walk of Shame pencil and line the inside of my eyes. For the brows, I'm going to use this Nabla Brow Divine pencil in Uranus. It's gonna start along the bottom of the front of the brow. Just kind of filling that little gap there where I overplucked and it's never gonna grow back. And just bring that straight line out to the tail. And I'm just gonna feather it through any bits that need any extra help, any patches on my eyebrows. I'm using a really soft pressure as well. I'm just gonna use a spoolie at the end just to brush out the fronts of the brows so that they're not too harsh at the fronts. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the Too Faced Better Than Sex trial size on my upper lashes. I love this one for my upper lashes, but I've found that if I put it on my lower lashes that it transfers really badly, so I use a different mascara underneath to stop that. I'm going to apply this Grande Lash Boosting Formula underneath the lower lash line. I like this one because it doesn't transfer or smudge underneath the lashes. I only like it for my bottom lashes though. For my lashes, I'm going to be using the Ardell Wispies. I'm going to peel that little bit of excess glue that's used for it to hold onto the packaging. And then because I don't want to wear any liquid liner, what I'm going to do is take my LA Splash Architect pen and just color along the band right here so that there's no little white bits on the band. I'm going to take this lash glue from Thrive Cosmetics. This is a latex-free, cruelty-free, and vegan lash glue. So I'm just going to run a small amount just along the lash band. Make sure you've got enough on the edges as well. So I'm just going to wait for that to dry and get a little bit tacky first. While I do that, I'm just going to kind of curve the lash in like that so it'll fit more snug to the shape of my eye. Always make sure that inner corner is stuck down. That's a pet peeve of mine. Next, I'm going to take these little tweezer guys from Cosmetics and just clamp the lashes together. What this does is it helps push the mascara to the lash so that you don't have your real lashes hanging down. Then I'm just going to take my liner again and I'm going to try to do a really fine line just in here because you can see the black band of the lash and then just skin, so this can make it look less obvious that you're wearing lashes. So just right in here. So just be careful not to trace over the actual lash line. You're just getting that skin in there. Now that the eyeballs are done, I'm going to take my all-time favorite contour. This is Love Triangle from Makeup Geek. And I'm going to use my Kat Von D Shade and Light face brush. I have been trying a lot of synthetic brushes lately, and this is by far my favorite cheek brush. I find that a lot of the other ones kind of just make the blush or bronzer go on a little bit patchy, and this is the only one that I've found that truly really feels like my old natural fiber brushes. Next, I'm going to take the Amazing Concealer in Ivory, and I'm just going to get the tiniest little bit of this because a little bit goes a long way. I'm just going to do 2 dots underneath the eyes. Just stripe that down my nose just a little bit for a highlight instead of a contour. I'm just going to pat that in with my finger. I find that sometimes I kind of blend away my concealer underneath my eyes because I do bring my shadows down so far, so this just adds a nice little bit of highlight underneath the eye. And then I'm just going to tap that in to highlight the center of my nose. Just buff that in just a little bit with your foundation brush so it doesn't look crazy. I've been liking just highlighting the center rather than contouring the outer edges of the nose because it definitely gives a little bit of a slimming effect without looking like you have poopy stripes on your nose, because I don't like the poopy stripe look. So that is the basic finished face look. pretty much have been adding any type of lip to this look. You can do something neutral or something super bold, looks great. So I grabbed this one out of my drawers and drawers and drawers of lip colors. This is Pinky Rose Trendsetter. I'd forgotten about this color for a little while, but I love it. Let's see what it looks like. So there it is with Trendsetter, more of a dark. This is kind of like a blackened teal lip. I really love this shade. It's super unique. But I think I'm gonna try a few other shades on just to show you that this eye look is pretty wearable for everything. A lot of people ask me how I remove liquid lipsticks. I always use the e.l.f. makeup remover wipes and then just a scoop of coconut oil on the lips. And then when I'm removing, I always remove inwards so I'm not smearing it all over my face. Then I'm just gonna run back over with my foundation brush, whatever's left on it. Next I'm gonna do a bright kind of fun poppy one. This is a Rave from Lime Crime. I totally almost forgot to add a highlighter. So for my highlighter, I'm going to be using what's been my favorite and go-to lately. This is the Star Crushed Minerals Birthday Suit highlighter. And this has been my favorite brush to use for highlighting. This is the Cosette 165 brush. I'm just gonna add that to the cheekbones. Whatever's left on the brush, just kind of dust that over the brow bone. I love this highlighter. So that's my go-to look lately for doing my lip swatch videos, and I've also pretty much worn it almost every day to work lately. I've been stuck in a little bit of a makeup rut. I hurt my wrist a few weeks ago and I just haven't really wanted to do a whole lot of eye makeup. So I did do this look, I think for my Kat Von D Everlasting Nudes video, and a lot of people were asking me for a tutorial on it. Honestly, this was just a look that I kind of threw together, just popping a little bit of a cream shadow on top and kind of zhuzhing and buffing out underneath the eyes, and then I was like, may as well put lashes on to make it look like I did something to myself. But it's been a go-to look for me definitely lately because it just goes with every kind of lip color as well. I'm glad I got a chance to film for you the base that I've been loving lately. Pretty much everything that I have face-wise, including all of the skincare, foundation, the concealers, and the cheeks. So yeah, it's featured a few of my favorites and go-tos lately. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this easy go-to makeup tutorial for me. But I will see you guys next week. Thanks so much for tuning in and have an awesome week. Bye.